Hey everybody, welcome to The Art of Comics. I'm your host, Andres Salazar, and we are going to talk today about Conan, Free Companions. This is volume 9 of the series by Dark Horse, and I just really love these freaking books. There's a certain series of books that I just really dig, and for some reason, the Sand and Sandals, or Sorcery and Sand and Sandals? Sword and Sandals. I think it's Sword and Sandals. Sword and Sandals stories, Conan, I really freaking dig. Check this Lord of the Rings style map. You gotta love those freaking things. I did this when I was a kid. Make these little maps, like Lord of the Rings. Love it. The book is great. I'll turn the camera over here in a bit to show you some of the art. But the art's wonderful. It's done by a number of different artists, as these are. This is a collection of, I think, like 6 or 8 issues. So we have Joe Kubert in here. That's some Joe Kubert, dude. Old school. Love it. It's so good. It's so nice. Well, we'll show this to you in a second. But just little initial thoughts. Really enjoy these books. This was gifted to me, but I highly recommend getting these Dark Horse volumes. They have some standalone kind of graphic novel sized books and stories, and then there's just the regular series. I do not have any of these Savage sort of Conans. I want those. Those were done, I think, in the 70s, maybe 80s. And they have people like, of course, Barry Windsor Smith, but then a lot of the Filipino artists that were really popular, like Alfredo Alcada, Pablo Marcos, all those guys. Brilliant work. I think actually John Buscema too is in there. So I want to get some Savage sort of Conans, but these are they're great stories. Conan is just such an iconic character. And there's nice little twists, but it's not, it's just kind of straightforward. And I really dig it. So let me turn the camera over and let's talk a little bit about Conan. Let's do it right now. Okay, everybody, we're here talking about the Conan book here. Again, I really like these sword and sandal stories. The art is great. Let's just look at it real quick here. Production is really well done. Dark Horse. This is all written by Timothy Truman. He wrote all this, and I think he writes the majority. So Kurt Busiek, he writes a good chunk of the first issues and volumes, and then after that I think Timothy Truman kind of takes over. But let's look at some art. Especially I want to look at the Joe Kubert stuff and some of the other things. So let's just take a look. Just look at these great illustrations. It's just really cool. I think it's just freaking awesome. Chapter 1. Boom. Right when I turned this page, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I don't know how old Joe is, Kubert, right now, but he's not young. He's got to be 80, right? I don't know. Tell me in the comments below what he is, but he's not a young fella. But still, look how beautiful this is. Just the lines are great. Just the right amount of information, gestural quality, just really good stuff. And then when we get into this kind of hunting, the depth, look at the depth here. Shadows, the foreground, extreme foreground with the forearm, the mid layer with the deer, in the background. It just looks really cool. You could just sit here and study these pages and learn so much as far as just storytelling, setting up this scene, wide kind of panel, going close in tight on the deer, and then a spear, so we know now there's a threat. And who is the threat? It's Conan. Big page here, and then what's going on? Another what's happening? Just really good stuff. It's cool. It's definitely his style. And then what's funny is you go here and then you go to this other artist and you're just like, whoa. There's just I'm trying to do this in a critical way, in a appropriate way, but there's just a quality change shift, you know, here. But hey, man, it's okay. This is stuff it's okay. It's pedestrian, but it's fine. There's some good stuff here though in the next volume. Oh yeah, we end out with a little bit more Joe Kubert. I keep saying Kubert. This is a great page. It's a great face. I love these three faces right here of these like aristocrats, seeing the ruffian, the barbarian come through their palace dripping with mud and dirt and blood, and this is just a really cool scene here. I like it. The other artist I like is this one here, and this is what is his name? This is Thomas Giorello. Sounds looks Italian. Tomas is really kicking some butt. Now he's got Villalobos as the penciler, as the colorist, who I love Jose's colors. I've been following him since, oh gosh, decades and decades. But this is really nice, really well rendered, really kind of tight, a lot of detail here, and the colors really make it sing, and this kind of really cool little dinosaur of some sort, kind of, look at this. This is just classic, you know, scene here. Really cool. Really dig this. Really dig the color. I like the gradient color here from red to yellow. Kind of goes across the page like that. Really neat. I've kind of started playing around with more gradients in my own coloring. It's not something I am used to doing or have a lot of experience doing, but I'm kind of like doing a little bit more of those. Kind of fun. It's kind of a nice textures and stuff that the colors are doing, of course. And look at these faces, just really well done. Really well rendered. Then we have some more. Then we'll go back to that other artist. He's fine. He's serviceable. It's a fun story. I really dug it a lot. I think that's probably the big elements that I wanted to share with you. There's some great battles, some more great work here. All the stuff in the jungle is great. Look at this. This is a great page. It's great. Just some top-notch illustrations. So there you go. That's my review of Conan. Big fan. I will probably keep doing more reviews each volume I'm reading, and I have about 3 or 4 more. So as I do that, I'll be sharing with you guys. So thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Bye.